Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode of Women's View. I'm Anne Morini, your host. It's such a great pleasure to have you with us today. In studio today, we have got guests, and I'll give them an opportunity to introduce themselves a little later. But first, I'd like to remind you that we have a YouTube channel. The handle is GBS TV Kenya. Please watch us live on YouTube. You can also watch us live on Facebook, GBS Kenya. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be able to have a look at our previous shows, and you can always know what topics are lined up for you in the future. So welcome to today's episode. We are talking about a very interesting and current issue. The topic is killing for love. In studio with me, I have some guests. Let them introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into it. I'll start with the lady on my right. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello viewers, my name is Judy Mungai. I am a life coach. I am happy to be here today.
Welcome to the show, Judy.
Thank you, Anne.
Okay. We have a gentleman in studio as well. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome, viewers. My name is TK Mboya. I'm a counseling psychologist. I'm happy to be here to talk about the issue.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to have you, and especially because you're male, so you're going to give us a lot of male perspective. We also have another lady who's a young adult with us. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Rahab Kinevia.
Rahab, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So enjoy the show, and yeah, let's get right into it. I'm sure you noticed that in social media and in mainstream media, we've been having a lot of cases where we're having people who call themselves lovers killing each other for various reasons. So I'm sure you're all up to date with it, and that's what we want to discuss today. We want to see, is it a trend that has been there in the past, and maybe we're just getting to hear about it more nowadays because of the various communication channels, the social media. When something happens in Eldoret, immediately anybody, even in the US, can get to know about it in the next 5 minutes because it's so easy to communicate. Were these things happening there before, and maybe we didn't know about it? So I'd like to start with Judy. What do you think? Is this a new thing, or has it always been there?
Well, I'll say that it's not new. It's been there, but it has progressed with time.
Yeah.
I think in the 90s, hardly would you hear people are killing each other for love. But look, today we have a lot of media sensitization. People can access media very well. So this information is blown all the time.
Yes.
But I must say that it's more today than it was before. Our society has really disintegrated. That the only way we resolve dispute is when you want to harm the other person.
That's true.
Yes, and we need to look at what is causing the young people especially to take that route.
Exactly.
Yes, so it's more today than it was before.
As a way of resolving conflict or resolving problems to do with love. Okay. TK, when you see these things happening in social media, what are your thoughts about it? What do you think is happening to our society?
Thank you, Anne. I think our society is really disintegrating at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
I can say when I grew up, personally, as a young adult during them days, I never fought for a lady.
Yes.
Up to where I am. And I thank God for that.
I know, good stuff.
Simply because if a lady leaves me for another person, it is not my choice, it is her choice.
Yes.
It is her decision. And things have changed. That I have must force. It is not about love, it is about lust.
Yes.
This now the difference comes. By nature we are wired by God to be visual.
Yes.
We look at a lady and you just admire her. But when you go now an extra mile of now lasting so much after her, then things, something bad happens.
Yes.
Because it is not about you want to love this person. You want to just fulfill your desires.
Exactly.
Period.
Yes.
But now what is happening is really alarming, and the society should really take charge. Because as Judy has just said, it used to happen, but we never used to know.
Yes.
Maybe because of the communication channel was not there, was minimal. And more so, if I can recall, it was just men to men.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe you find two males fighting
Yes.
for a woman.
Yeah, but not killing a woman.
I know.
Because
yeah,
a lady
that's
is really embraced to be a weaker person,
true. Yeah.
even biblically.
Yes.
So they were really respected in that way. So men could fight over a lady, but even after that, they could be challenged.
Yes.
How comes you fight? There are so many.
There are so many ladies. Why are you just focusing on this one instead of going out and do more fishing?
Yeah, do more fishing. There are so many in the lake.
In fact, there are many more ladies
Even more beautiful.
women even more
But as
beautiful.
it is said,
Yes.
the beauty is in the eyes of the
Yeah.
So what I like is what I want. But it should also to be so minimal.
Yes.
They could fight and even differ, but at the end of the day, they come together and they live.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, you're right. In the past, and not just in a recent past, that is what used to be common. Maybe there are two men who want one lady, or the lady is probably maybe dogging on both of them, and then one day they
Double
meet,
killing, yes.
and then now the fight is between the men. Usually it would not result to death. It would just be maybe a blow here, a blow there, a slap, a kick.
Yes.
And then people would even come and try and separate them, and somehow the issue would be resolved. But now, it seems that the battle is getting fiercer. And Rahab,
Yes.
you're a young adult.
Yeah, sure.
This is happening more for people who are in your age.
Yeah.
Should I say my age or younger? As a representative of the young people, what are your thoughts about it?
I think there are many factors at play here. And one of the factors is the media. You know, there's this adage that says that violence begets violence.
Yes.
And that is what is happening. People are craving for so much attention that because something happened somewhere and it was aired on the media, they want to be aired too. Not because they really want to kill, they just want to be aired. They want somebody to say, oh, I'm a hero. You know, in our society nowadays, there's this equalism. Men and women are equal. So the men are feeling like, we're being oppressed. No, this is not our place. So let's do anything to make you know, I'm superior. And I think that's one of the problems. Again, there's a media. Yeah.
So there are actually a lot of causes.
Yeah, and there are, of course, these guys who have mental illness. I was telling you earlier that this mental illness in Africa, we don't recognize mental illness until someone ashafika ile stage ya labda tumpeleke madhare.
Exactly. They're not showering, they're not dressing.
Yeah, sure. Now that person is sick.
Yeah.
But it is happening. Mental illness is real. And it's affecting a lot of people. You find a cycle, like a young man who is so obsessed. You wonder, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I didn't pick your call. You're calling 100 times. Who calls 100 times?
I know. Can you imagine that?
100 times. If they're sending you money, didn't ask for money.
Yeah.
But where are you going, babe? I'm going, Nimenda Super. 15K all of a sudden.
Oh, you're saying all of a sudden it's sent to you.
Why are you sending me money? I didn't ask for money. I know you just go shop. Then the other day is like, I've invested so much. What is 15K? Who told you to invest?
I didn't even ask for it.
Yeah, sure.
That's actually something that is actually really happening of late. It's like, are men trying to buy women with their money or trying to own them? Because most of the times when you read these stories, the issue that comes up immediately is, oh, this man educated this woman. Sometimes this is false information, by the way. It comes to later be discovered that it's not even true. That the lady probably was being educated by her parents, or she was working and paying for her own education. But on social media, it's like the men seem to be supporting their fellow men who they feel that if you invest or if you send a woman money and she uses it, whether she asks for it or not, does it mean that you own her? I thought men used to love to educate women. Is it, as the story now changed, that if I buy you something, it means, be very careful with that 1,000 because it could result to your death.
And the worst part about it, is that if you reject the money again, you get killed. Like that one university student, she was killed for rejecting money. I mean, when you accept his investing, if you reject, you're rejecting him. What do you want?
Sorry, yes? You're saying something?
Money is a good tool, but it can also be a bad tool.
Yes.
For both. I have money, I want to do everything I want. But if it controls you, then you are no longer in charge
Yes.
of what you want to do. Simply not because this is what I want to do. It is because I have the money. The lady didn't ask me for the
money.
cash.
Yes.
It was my decision.
You said it voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
Yes.
It was my choice.
Yes.
And as it is said, choices have
Consequences.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and even now, as Rahab has just pointed out, she has a right to say no.
She does, yes.
But now this is what is now also cascading down to if our children cannot be able to say no. And how do I say no?
Yes.
Is it the no that I am now learning at my age, or I started learning this no before?
Yes.
Because if it is a yes, it is a yes. So upbringing here is another factor.
Yes.
That's true.
That I grew up just being told yes, yes, yes. And now I reach a point whereby I'm not able to say no. I am sent this money, however, maybe this guy is eyeing on me.
Yes.
Maybe I'm beautiful. She wants also to be proud of it. Uses the money. At the end of the day, another person sends the money. Oh, so guys are hovering around me. I am the lady of the day. At the end of the day, you are in a mess, or you are really messing your life. Instead of knowing what is this money for, from who, do I know him? Maybe just introducing myself by M-Pesa, you know the name.
At least, yes.
Yeah, at least. Maybe we have met in a church, we met in a party, we met in a college, anywhere that we socialized.
Yes.
But that does not mean I must say yes. How many will you say yes to?
I know.
Because there are so many men who are
Yes.
If I see and I want to approach you, am I the first one? There's so many people who have come to approach you. So even if you say no, that I have to respect your integrity.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's so easy because even sending money now is so easy. Because you see, we have got, again,
Yes.
internet and the ways of sending money using the
Easily.
phone easily.
Yeah.
Because you see, before, if I needed to meet you and give you money, it would have to be a bit complicated. We have to call each other. Okay, let me not even go back to the days of writing letters. Let's just say we all had phones. You have to
Yes.
call each other. You have to meet in town. You have to exchange the money. But now, sending money is so easy. And I don't know whether that is also making it easier for people to just receive and not say no. I don't know,
Yes, I think I'm a strong believer of train up a child in the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart. And I'm looking at us parents, looking for very many issues to blame for our children, but we are the people who have failed, number one.
Okay.
Because as you're raising these children, you have boys and girls, a girl is embraced and given all the good things. You're with her, you talk to her so much. But mostly daddies are not there to train their sons to be men. So the only way daddy come on Saturday, he was busy at night in his own life. Sunday morning we go to daddy, we get a newspaper and we are going to church. What does daddy do to the girls? Give you money to eat after church. So to me, a girl, men give women money.
So
it's not an interpretation that it's about love here. Usually men give women money. But look at it, subconsciously, what does this boy learn from daddy? If you cannot do the things you're supposed to do, money go ahead of you and speak for you. You get? So for the boy, when he's giving this girl money, when he grows up, it's a proposal. By the way, I made your hair. There's no free lunch in town. So why was I making your hair? You get? So I want to speak for the boy and say, the boy is left to chart his own path of how love is designed. So he invests and invests. Remember, it's not easy to make money in Kenya. So this boy who just gives you 15,000, where is he getting this money from? It could be his school fees,
Yeah.
He's given you 15,000, another 15,000, and now it is your birthday when he's coming to recoup his benefit, and you're not picking his call. And he's called off a semester. You get? Because he used his school fees. We are looking at a boy who is very outraged. If he's at a loss, he's lost his education because he's not paying school fees, because he's investing on this girl. I want to also say that the boy needs to be mentored to understand how to woo a girl to love.
Exactly.
Money is not how to woo it, and it has to start at home. Even as mothers, as you stay with your child, you have to remind your son that there are very many beautiful girls in the world, but they are not all yours. You also need to remind them love will not be returned all the time.
Yes.
There is this saying that instant gratification is for children and fools. Your son have to know that he cannot just have his way all the time. And for your daughter, the daughter also have to realize it is not good to get free money.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, why is a boy buying you a dress? You know, why do you want to be so glorious with somebody's money, Shwari? It's painful. Let's just
You know, Rahab is laughing, eh? And there's a reason why she's laughing.
Let her tell
Because one of the things she said earlier is that I just mentioned that I'm going to the supermarket, and then shortly on my phone, M-Pesa, 15,000.
Yes.
It's like Rahab is not able, you're not able, I'm not talking about you particularly, but I'm just talking about the young people. Are you not able to send the money back?
That's the point.
Must you spend it because you've gotten it?
Send
It's not
money
you.
back.
Who sends money back?
Good girls, virtuous girls do it. Send it back.
So basically, if anybody sends you money, even if it was a mistake, you have to spend it.
Okay,
I
if
thought
it
you can
wasn't-
actually call and find out, was this meant for me? Was this an error?
If somebody sends wrongly, that one I'll refund. But if you consciously did that, it meant that, okay, you had money you didn't want to use. So
Really, Rahab?
yes.
And are you comfortable? Are you comfortable to use? Okay, of course, as a lady, you probably know that this person is trying to woo you, and probably you don't want them for whatever reason, and that is okay. But now when they send you money, is the appropriate thing to accept it or to keep saying no, so that this person gets it completely? That my no is a no when it comes to a date, when it comes to money, when it comes to any type of request from you, it's a no.
Now, let me talk on behalf of every other young woman out there. If someone sends you money, you didn't ask for the money. You know, you didn't ask for the money.
Yes.
But this person decides, I'm sending you money. If you return the money, what does it say about you? Like, you have enough money now, you don't want any more money. Like, have you ever
Is
found
that
yourself,
what it says about you?
have you ever found yourself,
money?
have you ever found yourself in a situation that you're really broke, right? You're just so broke. And then someone from the blues, hi, hey, umeamka, nimeamka. Have you taken breakfast? No. Then they send money, and you're really broke, right?
Yes.
Really broke. Tell me, how many women out of 10? Oh yeah, I'm broke. I don't have breakfast. I didn't take supper last night, but I'll still send back the money. How many?
Rahab brought me return
Yeah,
to you.
please answer. Miss Judy, I think you can answer that question.
Yes. Let's reverse it to the young man.
Yes.
Have you not imagined maybe this young man has really been looking at you and thinking you're a good girl? And because you said you've not taken breakfast, he went to M-Shwari and borrowed 1,000 and forwarded it to you. He is investing.
That's on him. I mean, that's on him. I also have a Mshwari. I mean, that's on him.
Maybe, what will you call that now?
That friendship,
Is it a
someone helping you
gesture,
out.
friendship, or somebody trying to win your interest?
How do you buy a person using money? You don't buy a person using money.
That's true. I totally agree with Rahab, because one of the things that Judy, you said is that our men are not being taught how to woo women. Now, TK, is it impossible to woo a woman without finances? I mean, no romance without finance. Does that apply?
That is the same. Mwanaume ni wallet.
Like your wallet has to be going ahead of you. But at what point? Because what I want to in a way listen to Judy. I mean to Rahab, and Rahab is saying this man, even as he's sending you that money, he probably knows that you've told him no.
Yeah.
But still he's sending it. Is he thinking that this money is going to make you change your mind? I mean, does money have that power? You know.
I think communication is both verbal and non-verbal.
Yes.
At this point, because verbally I've said no and it's not working, I think my gesture will communicate that better. That I appreciate the 1,000 you send me, but thank you.
No thanks.
No thanks. Yes.
Return to sender.
Yes.
And again, to add on to that, in the current generation, that is their way of winning women, money. No man can sit a lady down and win her without money. That is now the tool.
Okay.
I've always challenged the young men. You don't know even how to seduce a lady.
Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that, because I'm just wondering, who is it teaching our men that the way to do it is through money, honestly?
Yes.
It is a failure.
It is a failure.
And I like the word seduce, because it is a word that needs to be put. Does money seduce?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Then what is wrong that, how come the men don't know? I mean, and Rahab, I mean, for you, do you want men to seduce you, or you just want them to send you money?
Not really. You know, if you look at it, if you ask many young women, if you ask them, what qualities do you look for in a man? Maybe they'll tell you funny, personal talks and stuff. It's not about money. Because if it was money, then I'd not go to school. I'd stay at home, just stay, look beautiful. Then someone...
You can make your own money.
Then they'll give me money if it was money I wanted. But then I went to school, I can earn my own money. I don't want money anymore from any other person. What I want is something else. I want love and person you can chat, talk, you know, a person you can communicate with. But then you find that most of the men in our generation, they don't even communicate. Hi. Umelala yeye nimelala. Lakini umekula sapa sijakula. It's still money. What have you said? You said nothing. Now tomorrow you'll text me and then I won't reply. I'll just boutique you. Yeah. Then the next thing is, you're ignoring me, I've invested. What have you invested? Nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Anne called me to come for the show, I was doing testing for my boys. I have 2 boys. And I have realized boys are very competitive in nature. One was saying, I want to hug mommy. And the other one, I want to hug mommy. And the story was, do it 5 minutes. And me, I do it 5. And you would see one was getting very annoyed. And it taught me that men are naturally very competitive. It is us, the parents, who will teach our sons to moderate and to manage their competitiveness. Because one of the things that is causing boys to use money on girls is to prove who is better. You know, is that my money speak before me. Then if the money stops speaking, he cannot take it. Because he went all the way to spend whatever he has to win this girl.
There's this notion that women love bad boys. Do you know why they love bad boys? Bad boys are broke.
That's true. Bad boys are broken.
Bad boys are broke.
Is it that they
you know what they do? No, what women do is that you who is sending money, they'll take your money, and then they'll go take the bad boy, go out, have fun with your money. Because what? The bad boy is providing emotional support.
Yes.
Whatever small thing she does, oh, that's okay, he has time for her. But this other guy is spending money. So what the girl will do is just take your money, go spend it with the bad boy.
Wow. But there is a danger there. Yes, because that is now where you should have your integrity intact.
Exactly.
As Judy has just mentioned.
Yes.
I must say no. Even as a man, let me be honest.
Yes.
Even some ladies have approached me as a man.
Yes.
How comes you don't want even to approach me? Am I so ugly?
Yes.
You are so beautiful, but I'm just not interested. So I have, if by any chance, can a man really refuse to have a lady?
Ouch, no.
You see, by any
Yes,
argument,
why not?
you will just go for it.
No, you can refuse.
Yes, you can refuse.
Okay,
That's why I wanted to mention to at this point that, Rahab, it is equally important to say no.
Yes.
And the way you say it will matter a lot. As much as you want to spend your cash that I have sent you with the bad boy, it is okay. It is important. But what is the aim of this guy sending me the money? What is the ultimate at the end of it? As much
The dangers.
Yes.
What are the dangers of accepting the money?
It is my
Be
choice.
clever, like think twice.
Yes, it is my choice to use this cash. For sure, I am broke. And many of us, we have fallen into that trap. You go to a shop, you buy something, you give 100, and the shopkeeper is going to refund you a change of 1,000. How honest am I?
Yes.
I'm telling you, if you go away that man, you will lose more than...
It is true.
most
Yeah,
people.
and it disturbs your head, you know.
It will
The
disturb.
whole day you'll be thinking, I'm
Yes.
whatever.
So if by any chance I will just say, thank you so much for your gesture, but right now I am sorted out. Even if you are hungry, I am sorted out. Thank you very much. Maybe next time. That guy is going to say, this is a lady of integrity. I used to tell my daughters this. You can be a good girl. I have you, you are beautiful. But kama wewe ni mwera wa kijiji, every jogo will go over you. When time comes for marriage, nobody will want to marry you. But when you hold your integrity, they will say, oh, we unaringa, sijui nini. At the end of the day, they will say, if you can marry a lady like Anne.
But does the opposite apply? If you're the jogo who has been everywhere, also, we know
not come from you. This is
a very one-sided conversation. I'm assuming it is very unfair to me.
That's not patriarchal. It's just patriarchal. Like, if you're a guy and you go out with many women, you are a pro. If you're a chick and you go out with many guys, you're a hoe.
Exactly.
But I remind myself and all the ladies that much as we want to say the society is patriarchal, I tell ladies there are no condoms for the heart.
Meaning?
If you try to do it the man's way, by the way you'll be so broken. You'll be so heartbroken.
Yes.
You'll be saying how men don't come to you. By the time you are leading 35 to 40, you have a lot of pain and regrets in your life. My point being, irrespective of what the society is selling to us, that you can have it your way,
Protect
take
your
this
heart.
money. It is important to look at what Corinthians talk about love. You know, love is patient, love is kind, it is not jealous. You know, all those things. You cannot take somebody's money and say that, it's okay. I tell you to relax it a bit when you grow up and now you're a mother. Yes, and these are your boys giving money. And they are coming crying to you how money.
when you are a girl getting money.
I believe that integrity issues in life has to be made to remain integral. That way, as we train our children, we tell them the true facts of life. Whatever is selling is not a good thing. It is not. And that's why you see the men are ganging up in the social media. Because they are like, wait a minute, she took your money, kill another one. Because they are bitter.
And I'm very surprised by that school of thought, to be very honest.
Please
Because
tell
I'm
me.
wondering, where is it coming from?
It's coming from, it's painful. Because let's agree, it's also hard for men to make money.
But
it's not easy.
If it's hard for you to make your money, why don't you keep your money then? You make your money and keep your money.
Or spend it wisely.
Why are you spreading it all over, hoping that it's going to come back to you in a different form, in level?
Remember, this is what was modeled to you. Daddy gave money to us when going to church. Uncles have been doing it.
But
the media is telling me,
your father loves you and gives you money. Not that he gives you money and then loves you after. You know what I mean?
but most of the time when daddy is giving money is because he's not going to church with us. It's actually an excuse.
He's trying to cover up.
It's covering up. It's like, when you, after church, go have pizza. So money go before daddy, because daddy want to sleep. You get? The girl has seen, the guy has seen. So this guy know, as a man, it is your money that speaks for you. So this man is at disadvantage because this is what was modeled to him. So it's already normalized in his life, give money to girls. The other thing is that now he give this money, and by the way, it's being spent by the bad boy, the broke one.
Imagine.
You know, the guys are really unaffixed. I think our men need to wake up and also model real life to the boy child. The boy child is in a lot of trouble. Remember, a girl is also very empowered. As this guy is giving me money, we are earning the same amount. Do you know that? Because I got a salary, he got a salary.
Yes.
But because he's wooing me, he's giving me his money. So what happened at the middle of the month? He
One
is
of us is
broke
going to be
without a girl. And he'll come to me and I'm like, please, you're not my type. Can you picture that? You're not my type and you spend my money. I think as ladies, we also have to agree, we have really bent our standards. If this money come, please, if you have no business with this young man,
Say no.
say no. Give back his money. Don't give him the footnote. You know, don't allow him to say, I invested. Clearly indicate that I am not an investment. It's painful, rehab, but it's a way.
And in life, you give a person an inch, they take a mile.
Exactly.
Because you have accepted this cash, Now they are going to say, aha.
Yes, I am inside.
I am now winning. As Judy pointed out, because I can win by money because I talked and she was not ready for it.
Yes.
But now, when I use now the power of cash, I cannot only give 5. I cannot only give 10, but maybe 20, 20K. Where is this money surely coming from?
Exactly.
This is just a person of is my peer.
Exactly.
Maybe we are in college.
Together.
Yes. How comes the daddies are...
Are they the ones financing them?
Yeah. There must be, you have to ask yourself certain questions.
Yes.
But if I don't, I just bury my head in the sand and say, it is well, it is well. Kumbe mambo inaharibika. At the end of the day, I am now the victim. And yet, you have been taken care of your parents. They have been paying for your school fees and your upkeep. Kumbe, on the other side, somebody is maintaining you.
Exactly.
Now, when things come out, what is all this? They also become surprised.
Yes.
So it is so important to say how to say no.
Exactly.
And for the boys, even for the parents, it is a challenge. For sure it is. Parenting has become a real issue in our society, in the current society.
Yes.
So it is a time that maybe we reflect back and maybe ask ourselves, what is it that can be done to our young generation so that they grow? It will take time, but at the end of the day, you will minimize. Yeah.
That's true. Thank you so much. We need to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to look at the questions that our viewers have asked us. So keep it here. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome to Chungu cha Jamii.
The reason is your home is the way it is because of the way you have led your home.
Wife material.
If you want a real wife, you have to go back to Ushago.
Okay.
And no one can date a broke guy.
Really? That is how we are wired.
Yes!
Man is the one who should provide.
Who said that man should be the one to provide?
He made it your fault.
Betty.
I was like, what?
Really?
But she.
You marry for companion, not for money, not for kids.
Is there a man that is not enough?
Really humbled me, cut me deep, and just gave me a big slap on my cheek.
Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Christianity is based on love and forgiveness.
Sometimes people will tell you that this is who you are, and sometimes you're like, no, I'm not like her.
It has to be an agreement. Is what my viewer is looking out for.
Yes!
Viewer, I hope you have really had a lovely and educative time. Thank you so much.
We're going to be in the kitchen learning how to do a few tricks. That you're going to get the chance to cook this in your homes because it's very quick, it's very healthy, and it's very delicious. It's really nice. I love it.
I know.
Welcome back, viewer. Today we're talking about killing for love, and it's a very hot topic, and the views are very different. I don't even know whether we are making any conclusions, but yes, we are. So keep it here, and if you have questions or comments, please let us know. We are on YouTube. The channel is GBS TV Kenya. We're also on Facebook, GBS Kenya. Please subscribe and keep it here. So yes, I like how you ended. You said that give someone a mile and they're going to take
an inch.
Give someone an inch,
Yeah.
they're going to take a mile. So Rahab, what basically he's trying to say is, if you as a woman know that there's a certain man who is pursuing you, and you've said no to them, yet you keep taking their money, you need to know that there's a certain thing you're communicating to that person. I think you're communicating hope.
Yes.
Or something, because every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Reaction, sure.
So I think people need to think deeply. Don't just be happy because somebody has sent you and M-Pesa you 15K, 20K, Ask yourself, what is expected from me for this money?
But I also think it's high time women stopped being responsible for the boy child. I mean, we are not to take the fault for everything. You send me money, it's my fault that you've sent me money. How?
If I receive it.
Yeah, if I receive it, it's my fault now that I received the money that you sent. Knowingly, you are not dating. I said no a long time ago, but you sent me money. But now if I receive the money, it's my fault. How?
I know, yeah. That's a very double message.
It's applying double standards.
I see it differently because in the pursuit, you don't just say no and a no is taken. When you say no, there is an expectation that if it's pushed a little bit, you might say yes.
And now I think when the guy is sending money, then if the money gets lost, that's a risk. You are investing, it's a risk.
Yeah, but then some investments yield return.
I like what you're saying. I like your word,
There is.
investing. Are you admitting that you're becoming an investment?
If the guy is investing, I'm saying on the side of a guy, if he is investing, in his head he's investing, does it mean that I accept to be an investment? In his head, he's investing. And if you decide to invest in any business, there are losses and profits.
Yes.
So if you lose, does it mean that you kill everyone because you've lost? I mean,
it doesn't.
You see, there are laws of investment. So you have to ask ourselves, is there a business transaction we have with this person?
Okay, for me, if a guy is investing, if I have to say that a guy has invested, you've bought me a house, you've bought me land, you've married me, I have a ring, you've invested. But some cash, you are not investing.
And I bring it to you, Rahab, that if you view life that way, as a young lady, we will not stop having killing for love. It won't stop. Because the ideal is, I said no, it was pursued in kind, and I refused the kindness. I returned the kindness with a message that say, thank you, but no thanks. See,
so are we saying, you also have to think, Judy, are we telling the young men to not accept no? When a woman, there's something you said, I remember, Mr. Mboya said, a no is a no, and men must also accept no's from women. But now you're saying that when you hear a no, you can try and send money, hoping that the money is going to change the no from a no to a yes. Is that what we're teaching our men?
No, that's not what we're teaching our men. We're just saying it's a natural law that when you say no, to the person saying no is a no. To somebody pursuing you, like, can I try another strategy? It's a strategy.
Okay, so let's hear from Mr. Mboya. At what point does the no become a full no? So that you can know, when this one is a no, it is time to move on, pack on, look for other women. This one has said no. At what point in the head of a man does the no become no?
I think even the topic should be killing for lust, not even for love.
Yeah.
But killing for lust. Because Judy quoted the Bible. 1 Corinthians 13.
Yes.
It really describes what love is all about. A lot of respect. It keeps no wrong record.
Yes.
Is not jealous. It appreciates. So, for a man to take no, it takes time. Because by nature we are hunters. And a hunter will always find all forms of strategies. I have approached from the eastern side. I can't really get my prey. I'll go from the north. Then if from the north I can go down the wind and catch my prey, if I win, then I'll be happy.
Yes.
But if even from all those angles, there is still no, I can't succeed, then they will feel disparate.
Yeah.
And maybe Shingo Pande move away.
Yes.
Because there is no entry. A point will be reached that at least this person I can't win.
Yeah.
Because the way they also, and personally, I will respect that kind of a person. Because I have used all sorts, so even somebody else to go to converse for me.
Yeah.
If I want to win you, I'll go through Judy. I'm really interested in her. But I've talked to her, but she's not. Maybe when I talk, my tone is not really winning you.
Let's say another one.
If Judy can really talk to you, you will see maybe she has seen what I'm not seeing.
Yes.
And will maybe that make that point and you say, by the way, I think this is the right guy.
And you know what I'm also wondering is, what message does it send to men when I say no, but accept the money? Does it confuse them or something?
It is
because you keep asking me for a date, you keep asking me to be your girlfriend or to be your wife. I keep saying no, I keep saying no. But when you send me money, I keep spending. Are you confused or are you foolish?
You know, naturally...
You have to define what is happening.
You know what? Naturally, ladies cannot just say yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
By all standards. You approach a lady any first time.
Oh, you have to respond to this. Yes.
They will always say no. And their no is not no. There is underlying some yes.
Okay.
You can't just say...
I really think in the 21st century, with the 21st century, there came feminism, the rise of feminism. And nowadays, a lady will just approach you as a guy.
Women are the ones who are coming forward with the yes before they know. The question has been asked.
I like you, do you want to date? Then the guy is like, whoa, let me think about it. When the guy dates you, now, who said yes before she was asked? You said yes even before you were asked. Nowadays, ladies are saying yes even the first time, Right?
And we're getting the same reaction when the ladies' request is rejected. Are we having some ladies who are now becoming stalkers, or does the same apply on the other side?
I've seen such a case of a psycho. Like we call them psychos.
Yes.
A person will not take her now. A person will jump over your fence to come see who you're with. Like a lady, she'll jump over the fence, come to your house to see who you're with. Why are you not replying a text? Why are you not picking a calls? Yeah, those people are psychos. And there's a male version of the psychos who are killing now. So,
I'm telling you, okay.
Sometimes
it applies both ways.
It's not even about money at times. Because if you look at the case of like Ivy, Kennedy moved all the way from Thika to Eldoret.
And the interesting thing is that he was with somebody in the car.
And
was that an opportunity? Was it a missed opportunity for that person to talk to them out of this?
Funny enough,
did they keep fluid there?
Funny enough, the car was the friends. It was not even Kinodia's car, it was the friends. So all I was asking myself, this person, by the time we were driving all the way from Thika, akamwona akibai shoka, akaweka kwa gari, akamwona friends are we having?
I want to, your opening remark was like the boy child is supporting the boy, is it? They are happy about it. I want you to see, I also want you to see a cry of help from the boy point of view, that they have not been taught to deal with their emotions. Their self-love is a bit down. Because you would see this person who wants to use his money and everything to win someone else. What is this void that he's feeling? What makes this young man feel it's only Ivy who will make him be at par?
It's just ego. I think it's just ego.
Even before we call it ego, I'm looking at empowering the boy child to realize that self-love, self-care is what you need first. If you do not love yourself enough, people out there will also not love you. How are we going to make our boys to realize that they are good enough, they are fearfully and wonderfully made, you know, that they are full as they are? I think we have a challenge as parents, as a society, to also encourage this young man not to feel the need to be fulfilled by other people.
Very interesting.
Because I'm really looking at, I had a session with boys, and I asked them what they think is so attractive to a girl. And they were saying you have to be tall, dark, and handsome. Then I told them, in our room, you are 40. I asked them, how many of us are tall, dark, and handsome? You know, you see, if that is what
Already you're out.
if that is what you are peddling, if that is what you are peddling, you are already a candidate of pain, is it? So you have to tell yourself that it is not the outward that you're going to sell. It's not what you have. Is your character, is the values that you stand by. I feel if that message will go to the young boys, the trend will be reversed. Because there's a tendency of feeling unworthy. For someone to feel that she has rejected me, I have to kill her. Why don't you see the world that has many more?
I know. Why don't you see that one rejection and see so many other possibilities?
Yes.
You know?
In most cases, not even in love circle, generally in life,
yes,
you apply for a job and you are told no.
Yes.
You downtrodden. You feel so frustrated, so bad, and yet you have got good papers.
Yes.
You don't want to see another, I can apply another job. Or even maybe you are told we can't have you anymore because our staff, we are overstaffed.
Yes.
So we are going to reduce staff. And you are one of the victims.
Yes.
And this really can cause your life to be miserable.
That's true.
You only see that you have been told to go away, not even knowing that there might be another better opportunity somewhere.
Exactly.
We always close our mind and fixed on one side of the negative of life.
Yes.
And yet there is a lot of possibilities, opportunities outside there.
Exactly.
That maybe you can do something for yourself and make a living.
Yes.
But we always look at the other side, why she has told me no. No. Because throughout my life, maybe I have not been told no by a lady because I've always been winning.
Yes.
And this is something that I read on the WhatsApp. There was this story. This young man was very bright. Every time he was winning 100% and got a job in California, US, and married a beautiful girl. They had a 5-bedroomed house. Life was at the top. Everything was
great.
Awesome.
Great. Was awesome. Economy started dwindling, and they were now to be, even their salary, his salary was to be reduced. Slowly but slowly, this guy could not take it anymore.
Couldn't cope.
Yes, couldn't cope.
Yeah.
And he convinced his wife,
Yes.
we have to take our life.
Imagine.
And this person is killing the wife, killing the 2 children, and killing himself at the end of the day.
Because of a salary cut and because, you know.
Yes. Now, because to him, it was always success. It is a time that we have also to learn there is also failure.
Yes.
And failure does not mean it is the end of it.
No.
Fail means first attempt in life. But we don't want to really justify that. It is first attempt in.
There's going to be second attempt, third attempt, you know.
Yes. Because the fact
trying.
that, we were 4 of us here. We are going to sit for an interview. Maybe you got 90. I get 40. Because I answered yes. But I didn't answer the right, give the right answer. But I answered.
Yes.
That means I have some potential in me. There is something that I can do with that, my 40%.
Yes.
And I can still win. So in our life, we have sometimes get fixed. We get fixated in one way or the other. Mindset. It is success. Without success, it is
success or success.
And then you have to say yes. Telling me no is unheard of. So who are you to tell me no? Then there comes a problem.
Exactly. And I like that because it's actually about a mindset.
Yes.
About teaching people that, it could go either way. It's what you say perhaps. But even when you're investing now in a real investment, you're actually educated on the fact that, yes, you could buy these shares, but they could go up or down.
Yes.
So even as if you still want to insist that you have to use money to invest or whatever, in your head, just know that there are 2 options. It could be yes or no.
Yes.
Not that it can only be yes, you know. So I think when you're open to both possibilities, whichever comes, you'll be able to deal with it, you know. And we now have to start giving our parting shots because of time. And I want to start with Judy. Give us a parting shot when we go this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to remind the young people that there's a certain place in your heart where you should not allow anybody to get in. It's a place between you and your God. So when you give into this relationship, keep that place sacred. It's where you will go back when the world is crashing with you. Thank you.
Wow, that sounds like a parable, but thank you. It's very deep. TK, please give us a parting shot.
Thank you. What I would like to say that always give yourself a fallback. That whatever happens, ask yourself, what will happen if I am told no? I should always accept no as a no, and if there is a yes, I should also appreciate and embrace it. So I encourage young generation of this time to ask themselves whether I can also accept a no. Wait for a fallback.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rahab.
Okay, I wish to say that whatever happens, no matter the situation, violence or murder cannot be justified, whatever the case. And if anything, you should be wise. Well, whatever you're saying is investing, like invest wisely, or you should know how to identify people who are psychos or have mental issues. Yeah.
That's true. All those are very good parting shots, and I know that the people who get to hear this are going to actually be able to have some food for thought. Yes. And I like what you say. There's that space you must leave between you and God, where you cannot let, if you have that space, you're going to agree with Rahab that murder can never be the solution. Sure. But when you let the person come in completely, and there's no space at all for yourself and for self-care, it's like everything goes,
Yes.
So even as you're loving, you need to remember that yes, it could go either way. But also you need to remember that also, life moves on. What is it that has happened in this world that has stopped life from moving on?
Nothing.
Yes. So there's no point of thinking that this woman saying no to you or this man saying no to you is going to be the end of the world. No, life is going to keep moving and keep on moving. So you encourage yourself, have the right mindset. If it's an investment, it could go positively or negatively. So I like what you said, that nothing can justify murder.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, nothing can justify murder. Nothing can justify abuse. Yes. When it's time to walk out, just walk out. And you'll be so surprised that you might even get a better deal out there.
That's true.
Yeah. You might even one day look back and say, thank God
I did
that. No.
Yes.
That no helped me find this yes.
Yes.
But now another thing also is to think about the consequences. Because when you go ahead and abuse someone, when you go ahead and commit murder, now that totally ruins your life.
Your reputation is ruined.
Yeah.
We will know you on media, but consequences will be very personal.
Now you're looking at life imprisonment, you're looking at, so we really people have to think deeply about issues.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
Bye.
The CA Kuza Broadcasting Award 2019